finally have our first good horror movie of 2020! Welcome back to the Collision Event YouTube channel. My name is Garrett, and today I'm bringing you a review for The Invisible Man. A really, really good suspenseful horror movie. I like this movie a lot. And let's jump in. This is going to be spoiler free, as I've already said, or if I haven't, there you go. So don't expect me to talk about spoilers. There are a lot in this movie, and I'm not going to get to them because I want you to enjoy this movie as best as possible. So Universal is rebooting its Dark Universe by not calling it the Dark Universe, by just making their Universal Monster movies. And we start with The Invisible Man, which is very, very good. Elizabeth Moss is going to be nominated for an Oscar if this wasn't a horror movie. Sadly it is, and sadly she's not going to get a nomination because for some reason the Academy hates horror. And this is usually what happens. At the beginning of March, or middle of March, we usually get a phenomenally well done horror movie with great acting, and it just gets completely overlooked. Last year's example was Us, which I really enjoyed. Like, I bought it, I enjoyed it that much. I literally have a pop figure of the main character in this movie, but for some reason, they don't want to give these movies the credit they deserve, so they don't get the Academy credit. This movie should. Elizabeth Moss is stellar in this movie. She plays so many different layers of someone who's so broken down, and then someone who's becoming paranoid, but they know they're becoming paranoid, but they know what's happening is real, but nobody is listening to them, which can be a trope in horror movies that can get too much. There's a little bit of that in this movie where things are just too outrageous and nobody believes her. Like with what happens with the Storm Reed character, if you've seen the movie, that's just like, why did she believe that happened when it's clearly she's too far away to have done anything. Nonetheless, the acting is great. Elizabeth Moss is great. I mentioned Storm Reed. She was fine in that forgettable Disney film. I read the book. Fuck. It doesn't matter. If I forgot the name of it, that means it was not good enough to be remembered. Anyway, she's great in this film. The dude who plays her dad, very, very good. Literally everyone is good. And that's what's awesome. These are characters you learn to care about. They have tender moments of real human interaction, and it feels real because this isn't some scripted thing. Sure, it's probably scripted, but these are well-trained actors so where they can turn that scripted words into what's something that feels true and real to them. And that was great. The plot of this movie is spectacular. And that's what I'm going to say about the plot. I love the plot. This movie takes you in ways you won't expect to, and even that is a spoiler, because now you're going to expect, ooh, where's this going to go? But this movie is surprising. This shocked me. There's a lot of stuff in this film that shocked me to my core to have to see it in a film. It's not gory, because it's useful gore, and it's not over the top. It's not some Saw movie. Also, what needs to be nominated for this film is the score. This is the best score, barring 1917, because that technically came out in 2019. This is the best score of 2020 so far. I loved this score. Having to clean theaters during the end credits before seeing this movie, the music gave me so much anxiety because of how tense and wild and techno it suits this movie and like the technology side it has so well. There's also an inclusion of your normal camera shots, and then it cuts to security cam footage for important stuff that we're supposed to see, so that when they show it to us later, we're not like, oh, what the fuck. The writers have also written a strong, compelling lead character She is smart. She is intuitive. She is a planner. She plans things so far in advance for this stuff that she basically has it to a T, and then when she makes one mistake and the dog's butt touches the car and the car alarm goes off, which wakes up the boy. Yeah. I want to know how they fucking filmed some of this stuff for this movie. How they filmed. So in the middle of this movie, there's this, like, a fight between her and the invisible person. And I want to know how they did that. I'm sorry, that's a spoiler. But that is a thought I have. That is something I'm thinking about. Because it was that well done. Like, there's things flying, there's things crashing. And I want to know how they were able to do that. Did they have someone in a green screen suit be there and get hit with stuff and flip something? I don't know. It's directed very well. These shots have a lot of purpose. It'll start moving the camera before an action takes place to where we're just staring at something blank. But then you start to be like, why is this shot there? Oh fuck. This isn't an action shot. This is a perspective shot. And you're like, whoa, that's creepy. That's creepy. That's weird. It's so cool. Oh, this is such a great horror film. Yeah, so in the end, this is a perfect horror film. Not perfect. Could be a modern classic if it gets the right attention, which I think it is. I love this movie. I'm definitely going to want to watch this again so I can start figuring things out of, like, where this invisible person is or is not. Because you're thinking that during the movie, but then once you realize what the invisibility stuff is. So really, this is like a 9 out of 10 for me. I love this movie. So in the end, this is like a really solid 9 out of 10. I love this film. If you like this video, give it a like. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. If you saw The Invisible Man, let me know in the comments down below what you thought of it. If not, tell me what your favorite Universal monster movie is. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!